This is my filmed evaluation. I don't know how short it's meant to be or anything, so I'm just going to try and do it as quickly as I can. Since the start of the project, we have been looking at skills and where we are at with them, and then through the project, we did different things to improve the skills that needed to be improved. The ones which I really needed to work on were stamina, which I put as 5 out of 10, flexibility, 5 out of 10, focus, 5 out of 10, line learning, 5 out of 10, emotional content, 4 out of 10, time management, 1 out of 10, and consistency/completion, 2 out of 10. With stamina, I have now put it to 7 out of 10 because we did lots of exercise, and each time I could do more and more, and I was getting less tired with it, and I just felt better and better about doing it. So I think I improved with stamina. With flexibility, it went from 5 out of 10 to 6 out of 10. I haven't really got that much better flexibility, but I have a bit because the stretches, they are slowly but surely helping me become more flexible, because I'm not that flexible person. I can't even touch my toes. Focus, 5 out of 10. It was 5 out of 10, now it is 7 out of 10. In lesson, I've really tried to keep focused and listening, and I think I've done a lot better than I used to, because I listened quite a bit in this project and made sure that I was taking in as much information as I could so I can improve myself. Line learning was 5 out of 10, but now 6 out of 10. I am alright at line learning, but I just struggle sometimes. But I think I've got it I think I had it pretty good in the thing, and I've tried different ways of learning them, and I found a few that help. For example, using my mum or like a friend to say the lines back to me, and so it all works. Emotional content, 4 out of 10. I then put it to 8 out of 10. I've never done emotional acting before, like acting sad or like scared. So before, I didn't know if I was good at it or not. I didn't know whether I could do it. I had no idea. So then when I did it, I found out that I could do it, and I could do it not that bad. So I put that up to 8. Time management and organisation was 1, now 2. I haven't improved that much. I just need to focus on it and just need to make sure that I'm actually doing the work when it needs to be, and then I won't stress about it later, and I can just get it all done. Consistency and completion, 2 out of 10, now 3. I've tried to complete everything I can with as best as I can, but I haven't really done it that well. Research, I don't have enough research whatsoever, at all. That's one thing which I know I haven't done good on this project. Okay, so now on to things in the project which we tried to achieve, and if we got it or if we didn't. With lighting, it would be the blue lighting in the first scene. We were trying to achieve a clear difference from normal to a dream state, which worked great because it was a clear colour change, and it was clear that the blue was not a natural colour, because the first scene is quite natural for the school kids and everything, and then the dream is not natural, so we need a weird not natural colour. The lights in Friday were good because it made it clear that the audience was to look at Amelia and Louis and not the people at the back, because the lights were shining like that on them in the middle and us at the back. So we are just the people in the background, they don't need to look at us. Tuesday, with the cage lighting, we were trying to get the audience to think the kids were in a cage, because that's what they were, and then so we could turn the lights off and then the cage would be gone, which is one of the bits in the scene. But it didn't work that well because the projection didn't go over the whole stage. It would have been much better if it went over the whole stage. Also, it was very dark, you could barely see anything. It wasn't really that good with that. And if we just put the projection above, that might have made it look better, because it would have been on the floor as well, make it look like the cage. So I just thought that would have been better if it was from above. All the sounds, to be clear what they were, all the sounds were very clear what they were, and just to set the scene, for example, or for a gunshot, because a gunshot is quite important because you can't just say bang. These worked well because it was clear what they were, and the sounds chosen were good because you could clearly tell what they were, like the school bell. You could tell it was a school bell, or the gun. You could tell it was a gun. We had lots of props just to show our character and to make it clear who we were. This was all the school books because it was clear that we were school children because we had bags on us and we had books and we were wearing shirt and tie. So we looked like school kids. With costume, we didn't really have that elaborate stuff. It was clear that but it was still clear what we were, that we were school kids. Because of the props. The props helped a lot. But it was hard to change into the next scene when it's just a snap to, because we have to take clothes off, put clothes on, overclothes, underclothes, and it was just quite hard, especially when we have scene changes which are literally change. It's quite hard to do a costume change in there. So it would have been better if we just practiced the costume changes a bit more. If we just got them done and sorted over and over again, that might have been better and made it look more smooth. Our performance was mainly melodramatic and big, so that the audience could see all of the emotion clearly, and so the audience can see all the emotion clearly. And we could also show this emotion through our bodies. This worked well and was clear how the characters felt, because we were showing it. We could, in our voices, we could make it seem that we were sad or scared, or in our body language, how we were curled up in a ball. That shows scared and sad and all that, or angry with our hands clenched, that sort of thing. We were physical all the way through the performance, with making trees to making a bolt action sniper rifle. These were great because they were help from the lines. It was clear what they were. An audience could hear the line, see that, and be like, oh yeah, that's what that is. I can see that. And finally, characterization that we used would be in the first scene that we were teenagers, and we have to be all hyper, silly, and basically have banter with every single other person. And this worked well. It seems as though some people already like that, like me. I am the same age as the kids in the story, so I don't really have to act much different. I can just act like how I do. But some people who are older, they have to change what they're like a bit more, and make themselves be more kid-like. Yeah, so that is the end of my video evaluation. It probably would have been longer, but I was just trying to get through it really quickly, just so I didn't run out of time, because I don't specifically know how much time we got, because I know there is a limit.